So we've had an amazing time at this hotel and having air conditioning and nice amenities, and we're so sad to be leaving. But we have two countries to go to today. One that we're gonna stop by and see a few things, and the other which we'll be staying at for 3 nights.
We've got to get out of here.
So these are the views we've been seeing on this drive this morning. We expected it to be all just like Interstate or Autobahn, but no, amazing mountains, rolling hills. It's really hard to focus on the road, but it makes me happy to be, half German. Pretty gorgeous countryside. So I was just curious and I asked Siri what country I'm in. We're in Austria again, just casually going through yet another country on the way. So even though Siri is annoying, she could be helpful to know what country you're in. I have an unfounded theory that when we cross this bridge we'll be in Liechtenstein, but I have not looked at a map and I do not have any reason to think this. But what do you think, Mike?
I think so. We've been driving and that's our destination, and it's about time for us to be getting there, so yeah.
Not our final destination. And not our final destination like the movie, like dying, but not the final destination of the day.
Of the day, but it's our intermediate planned stop for like lunch and a little sightseeing.
And then we have a multi-day trip at some other country today before the final destination of death in about 80 years. We were half right. We crossed the border into Switzerland, but not yet Liechtenstein. So maybe soon. What do you think, Mike?
Should be soon. I mean, Liechtenstein is very small, so we could basically stumble on it at any moment now.
Do you hear that like casual correcting of my pronunciation? Very slick. Just like you.
Okay, so we found this cool little place in Valzoon. Where?
Valdez. Amelia, help me out. I always say it wrong. What is it? Oh, she's chewing. Mike, help me out. Liechtenstein, which we're excited to finally be in. It's another country for us, and we stopped at this great restaurant called Adler, and I have a curry dish that looks phenomenal.
Nice. All right, hopefully we can still see a little bit of Liechtenstein on the road to our next place. I got this nice little sandwich.
Liechtenstein.
Okay, that's pretty good. There's the castle of Liechtenstein, which we cannot go into today. As you see, it's under renovation.
This bridge by car, or if you were to cross this bridge by walking, on this side you have Liechtenstein, and on this side, Switzerland. So, welcome back to Switzerland. So that was Liechtenstein. We were there for a very brief time, and even when we tried to talk to people about it, people kind of referred to Switzerland. So I think it's definitely a melting pot of a country. They didn't really have any main features we wanted to see. They have a castle that's being renovated. They have a couple of museums that are a little outside of the kid norms. If we had slightly older kids, they had a place where kids could go drive like toy cars, but you have to be at least 5. Wouldn't have worked for Wyatt. Other than that, they have a bridge you can drive or walk across where one side is Switzerland and the other side is Liechtenstein, which is kind of cool.
But look at these views.
But yeah, look at these views. But would you do a day trip here for a whole day the way you did Bratislava?
I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe an hour or two.
If you were very sporty, it might be worth it specifically for hiking opportunities.
Oh yeah, I would hike up any of these mountains if the kids weren't here, and that would be a great day. But that's true for anywhere we've been. So now it's time to go to the next place. Next stop, the land of chocolate. Switzerland! We're going to Lucerne.
Man, I could get used to this. This is nice. This is where I want to be. We're so lucky. This is really cool. Really worth it for this little road trip section of our trip. All right, I'm trying to soak it all in.
It may be pitch dark and not the right time to do sightseeing, but it's suddenly been like 90 degrees, so we spent a lot of today trying to figure out if there's a way to get out of our Airbnb into something air conditioned, because we're in kind of a rough situation with a very hot Airbnb with no AC. But we thought we'd go see some sights right now while it's nice and cool, so we know where to go tomorrow when it's boiling hot and we can't think straight. Come on, Amelia, come on, Maya.
It's that vaccine quack. And when I wake up, quackity quack quack.
Dessert place. What do you think about all these desserts, man?
Yeah, I want all of them.
What's the sorbet?
Is it made of chocolate?
It is.
Like probably everything in here is made of chocolate, duh.
This place is really awesome. I'm really glad we got to see it. And coming late at night helped us beat the heat. So consider doing it that way. Also, there's definitely a lot of people enjoying their drink right across the way here.
We are leaving Switzerland. We've only been here since yesterday. We thought it was going to be amazing. We didn't have AC in like majority of the Airbnbs we've been in, and it's been okay. Even when we were hot, we could deal. It's so hot here that they're having unprecedented heat and humidity that Mike's breathing seemed labored to me when he was sleeping. The kids were having a hard time dealing with it, and we couldn't get any work done. So you gotta do what you gotta do. We're not vacationers, we're travelers. You pack up your stuff and you make another plan. So I think it's gonna be great, but right now, it's just hot. Guten Tag. We are back in Germany. We're going to a little area in the Black Forest region, which is actually where my family's from. So I'm super excited to explore multiple spots. But we're kind of off plan now because Switzerland did not work out. So I just wanted to tell a little story of how this is my second time that Switzerland has not worked out for me. So I tried to go to Switzerland with my friends when we were in college after we were backpacking through Europe, and we had an issue where the city we were supposed to go to had no hostels available. And after about one night in Switzerland, we realized that as college kids, there was no way we could pay to stay in Switzerland. I mean, it's really hard to have any meal in Switzerland for less than like $200. So we took a train and went somewhere else. So this time around, we decided to go to Switzerland, and we had all these great plans. We were going to go up a mountain to a funicular. We were going to be exploring and eating chocolate and fondue. And instead it was like 150 degrees inside of our high floor Airbnb, and any kind of hotel we looked at was about $3,000 a night. So we had to exit. So I'm pretty sure Mike and I are owed a great Switzerland trip because I know it's a great country. So stay tuned. I think maybe we'll come here in the winter and go ski. We're going to be okay. This hotel was not that expensive in like a really amazing area, so we were very worried, and we paid a tiny bit more to have a suite because, you know, we have to work. It's incredible. This hotel looked so fancy. I felt like we were in like the Ritz-Carlton. We have this huge living room, which will also be their, you know, bed. And then they have their own bathroom with shower and their own balcony overlooking a darling courtyard. They had a valet that took our bags, which, like, yes, we go to a lot of hotels with that, but on this trip, that has not happened yet because this is a trip, not like a vacation. So it felt like such a luxury to not be hauling our stuff up like 5 flights of stairs to an Airbnb. But here, come take a peek in our room. It's really nice. Bed is huge, and we have 2 desks. One desk here, one desk in there, and our bathroom is fire. Look at it. Huge tub, water closet, huge stand-up shower. This is gonna be amazing. Part, this right here, is keeping the room nice and cold. We were worried if we made the right call. No regrets.
We're so excited tonight. We're going to a fancy dinner to celebrate the next big milestone in number of subscribers to this 2 in Tow channel. We just hit 1,500. Help us get to the next milestone.